Hi everyone, this is a review of the brand new ScentSationals Day of the Dead wax melts that are showing up at some Walmarts. These are different from the 9 Day of the Dead wax melts that came out last year at HEB stores in Texas. They were only available at HEB stores. And even though most of them had the same names as these wax melts, they were different scents. So these are available at Walmart. Unfortunately, you can't buy them on the Walmart website, and you can only get them at the Walmart stores, but they are only available at some Walmart stores. You don't know which ones, and ScentSationals really doesn't have a list. You basically just have to check your store. As far as which Walmarts carry them, that is up to Walmart. Has nothing to do with Rimports, ScentSationals. They have no control over which Walmart stores carry them. So if you're disappointed that your stores don't carry them, you would have to, I don't know, I guess take that up with Walmart. Also, these will not be available on the ScentSationals website because they are made specifically for Walmart. So ScentSationals is not allowed to sell them anywhere else except Walmart. So in our Facebook group, which the link for the Facebook group is underneath this video. In our Facebook group, I'm asking everyone who has found these to list the city and state where they did find them, and I'm probably going to put them on a map, like put pointers on a map, so that way everyone can kind of get an idea of where these can be found. So, hopefully they'll start, and again, they might not all have shown up yet because Day of the Dead is is that November 1st? Or I don't actually know what Day of the Dead is. So if you don't find them at your local Walmart, they might still be coming in, but they're just not in yet. So just, give it some time, give it a couple of weeks, and hopefully your Walmart will hopefully get them. So I will start with the reviews. I got the scent notes directly from Rimports, so those are the official scent notes. And if you've never seen my reviews before, I don't actually look at the scent notes until after I've done my review because I don't want to be swayed by what I think the scent should smell like. So let's get started. And I don't speak Spanish, but I'm going to try my best here. So we've got Altar Sagrado, which means sacred altar. Notes are a burst of lively greens and shimmering citrus nestles with white pine and green cypress wrapped with forest herbs and mosses, soft woods, and musk. Now, the Sacred Altar scent from HEB last year was a dupe of ScentSationals Black Tux, which is a dark men's cologne scent, but this scent is totally different. It's a fresh body wash type scent with a smidgen of lemon, and I've definitely smelled it before, and then I realized it's the same as ScentSationals Cloudburst for HEB. Has the same notes. It's fresh and watery, very sweet with a soapy note, a hint of men's cologne, although it's not a cologne scent, but possibly a men's body wash, and maybe a barely detectable smidgen of lemon. Melted, I smell a tad more of the lemon, although it's not a lemony scent. Looking at the notes, there's the citrus, but I don't detect pine at all. There's no pine in here as far as I can tell. I don't know, is there? Now I'm smelling it again. No, I don't know. I really don't think I smell pine. Throw is medium, 3 out of 5. Would do well in a small to medium-sized room. But look at that label. Next we have Celebración Dolce, sweet celebration. Notes are the enticing scent of sun-ripened orchard peach, accented with sugared nectarine and fuzzy apricot amid effervescent ginger and pure vanilla sweetness. This is a peach scent, and I'm not sure if I've smelled it before. It has a little bit of a milky quality rather than that cat pea note that some peach scents tend to have. It's not overly sweet or overly fruity. It smells more like the fuzzy outside of the peach rather than the juicy insides. I'm not a fan of most peach scents, but this one is quite nice. Looking at the notes, effervescent ginger. I don't smell any ginger. I don't smell any effervescence or like soda type notes at all. And the throw is bold, 5 out of 5. Took over the entire house. This one, Sempersocial, I don't know. Marigold flowers. Notes are the vibrancy of festive fall chrysanthemum is complemented by scarlet marigold and brilliant sunflower floating on the breezy crispness of autumn air. So this is really the only one that I could not tolerate at all. Like I can't, if I even try to open it right. Oh God, no. No. I can't even open it. It smells like, oh God. This is the same scent as ScentSationals Marigold Petals from HEB. And I believe it's also the same as the Better Homes and Gardens Sunflower and Chrysanthemum from 2016. It's extremely bitter. It smells like a combination of like nail polish remover with a hint of fermented wine and just a smidgen of floral. I do not like the scent at all. I can't even open this because it's just, for me, it smells so bad. Now, I always notice the bitterness in scents. So most people might say, oh yeah, there's a little bit of bitterness in here, but I like it. But for me, that's all I smell. All I smell is bitter. So I'm just curious to hear what others think of this scent. If for them, they get that same like terrible bitterness, or if it's just me. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5, which just made it worse for me. So next we have Shampoorado Mexican hot chocolate. Notes are warm, thick Mexican hot chocolate spiked with vanilla and cinnamon. I thought this was the same as Better Homes and Gardens Creamy Marshmallow Cocoa, but it's not. That scent, the Creamy Marshmallow Cocoa, was a super rich sweet milk chocolate bar scent with marshmallow. I also thought it might be the same as Ambiescence's Kitchen Spice, which, despite the name, is not a spice scent at all, but smells like warm, buttery vanilla cookies with cocoa swirls. This scent, however, is somewhere in between. It's a deep, rich cocoa scent, and although it's quite sweet, it's not tooth-achingly sweet. But it's also not a super chocolatey fudge scent either, and it has a little bit of a bakery note that makes it smell like dark chocolate pound cake. Not cookies, or actually more like dark chocolate pound cake batter. It may also have a hint of a nutty note. It smells amazing. One of the absolutely best chocolate scents I've ever smelled in a wax melt. It actually smells quite a bit like Better Homes and Gardens Brownie Pecan Pie, although it's definitely not the same scent. That scent is sweeter with a caramel note that this scent does not have, a smidgen of coconut, and a little bit less of the chocolate note. Looking at the notes, I don't smell any cinnamon in this scent, but someone else did say that they smelled cinnamon, but maybe because Mexican hot chocolate is supposed to have cinnamon in it, but there's zero cinnamon as far as I can tell. It's just a fantastic scent. Throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Great chocolate scent. I love the taste of chocolate. I'm not really a fan of wax melts that smell like chocolate, but this one is fantastic. Next we have Corona de Flores, which is flower crown. Notes are sparkling greens, ethereal rose, and sweet jasmine petals swirl with sweet peach nectar and pure lily of the valley, wrapped in tranquil musk and warm precious woods. This is the same as ScentSationals Fusion Rose, with the same notes too. It's a nice, authentic tea rose scent. It's sweet, but not overly sweet, and not perfumey or soapy at all. Has a hint of a very slightly bitter, peppery note that authentic rose petals have, and maybe even a barely detectable smidge of fruit, like strawberry. But I'm not sure about the fruit. And although the fruit might actually be, now that I think about it, this fruit might actually be the peach, even though I don't smell peach. The bitterness is barely noticeable and not nearly enough to ruin the scent. I actually think I detect a note of tea because it is like a tea rose scent, like green tea. It's just a fantastic scent. I love the scent, and the throw is bold. 5 out of 5. Scent monster, took over the entire house. Next we have Dia de Muertos, Day of the Dead. Notes are a bright fusion of masculine lavender and brilliant bergamot over black peppered basil and earthy sage, embraced by white cedar accents, green cardamom, grated nutmeg, and warm undertones of sensual musk and ambered sandalwood. The Dia de los Muertos from HEB last year was the same as ScentSationals Northern Lights and ScentSationals Midnight Summer, which I think were the same scent. But this is a totally different scent. And I think it's the same as ScentSationals Dapper, which is a men's cologne scent with a smidgen of smoky cedar as well as a smidgen of lemon, perhaps for freshness. Sniffing them side by side, I think they're the same, but if they're not, they're extremely close. When melted, however, this scent also has a smidgen of something foody like vanilla that I'm not sure I detected in Dapper. Looking at the notes, they're almost the same, but not exactly. The notes for Dapper are aquatic sea kelp and brilliant marine mosses that reveal black peppered basil and earthy sage embraced by white cedar, cardamom, grated nutmeg, and salted musk with amber. So yeah, those basically are the same notes, but they're very slightly different, just like the scent. The throw for Dapper was bold, 5 out of 5. The throw for this scent is medium, like a 3 out of 5. So it would do better in a small to medium sized room. So I guess maybe it's not exactly the same scent. Next is Empanada de Fresa, Strawberry Empanada. Notes are plump blackberries and juicy apple mulled with cane sugar topped with a delicious all-butter lattice crust. This is the same as ScentSationals Berry Cobbler from HEB, which is the same as the very old, at least 2014, probably older, ScentSationals Berry Crumble, which is not the same as Apple Berry Crumble, a different scent, as well as ScentSationals Blueberry Flapjacks and Ambiessence Blueberry Muffin. Again, those are all very old scents, like 2012, 13, 14. It's a super rich, super buttery blueberry bakery scent, like blueberry muffins with a ton of blueberries. It's not totally authentic, but it's much better than most blueberry bakery scents I've smelled. I'm not a fan of a lot of bakery scents, but this one is incredible. Now, I've always thought there was some other kind of fruit in this scent besides blueberry, and looking at the notes, there's no blueberry at all, but it's a combination of blackberries and apple. I guess maybe I do detect a hint of apple, but this really smells like blueberry to me, so I'm sure there's blueberry in this. And the throw is bold. 5 out of 5, took over the entire house. Next we have, Calietas de Calavera, Sugar Skull Cookies. Notes are candied coconut flakes atop decadent vanilla pound cake, finished with sweet vanilla buttercream accented with sugar strands. This smells like sweet vanilla cookies, and it might have a hint of chocolate. I thought it was the same as ScentSationals Cake Batter Ice Cream, but this smells more like a vanilla cookie and that one, Cake Batter Ice Cream, has a stronger chocolate note. But it's also not the same as Pande Muerto, which I'll review in a couple of minutes, which is a warm vanilla cookie scent that's not overly sweet. So it's somewhere in between those two. It might be the same as Oak and Rye birthday cake from the homemade collection. I've definitely smelled it before, though. It's quite nice. Interestingly, the notes are the same as ScentSationals Coconut Vacay, which I had mentioned when I did that review that those notes were totally wrong because Coconut Vacay is a coconut lime scent. There is zero lime in this scent. And I mean, I suppose this scent could have a smidgen of coconut in it. So, yeah, the ScentSationals Coconut Vacay notes didn't even show lime, even though that was primarily a lime coconut scent. This scent is nothing like ScentSationals Coconut Vacay, not even close. So even though it might have a little coconut in it, maybe, possibly, it's very subtle and barely noticeable. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. Next is La Catrina. La Catrina. Let's just say La Catrina, Lady of the Dead. Notes are lustrous hints of dewy cotton flower drift through citrus-infused aldehydes, blooming lavender, sweet lilac, warm vanilla woods, and tender musk. The ScentSationals Lady of the Dead from HEB was the same as ScentSationals Magic Spell, which is a dupe of Victoria's Secret Love Spell perfume, but this is a totally different scent. And I'm not sure if I smelled it before. It smells a little bit like the Sempersocial scent, the marigold scent, in that it's quite bitter, but it's like that scent blended with the sweet floral. I do smell a very sweet floral, like maybe gardenia, and perhaps a hint of some kind of fruit. It is quite bitter though, even more so when it's melted. So, not really a fan, but it's not as bitter as the Sempersocial. Looking at the notes, I don't know what could be creating the bitterness. I don't detect cotton or any laundry notes or lavender, and although this is primarily a floral scent, I really don't smell lilac per se. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. Next is La Luna, the moon. Notes are Eastern oud wood, balsamic amber, and Moroccan patchouli fused with breezy orange blossom, golden nutmeg, and pure vanilla touched by warm black musk. I adore every note that I just mentioned. The Luna scent from HEB was the same as ScentSationals Cuddle Up, but this is a totally different scent. It's an incredible oud wood scent, and it's the same as ScentSationals Fusion Oud Noir, even the black wax and the scent notes. And also the same as ScentSationals Austin City Lights from HEB, again, same scent notes as well. It's a deep, resinous, almost tree sappy, woodsy scent with a sweet, slightly perfumey note. It's similar to ScentSationals Exotic Sandalwood from Meyer, but that scent has a slightly sour patchouli and vanilla note. So this one is different. This is one of my favorite scents ever. It's just absolutely fantastic. Throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Definitely a keeper. So next we have La Ofrenda, offering. Notes are creamy, sweet island coconut spun with candied watermelon and succulent honeydew. This is a nice watermelon scent that's not overly sweet. I thought it also had a hint of coconut, but when melted, it's actually a really milky note. I don't think I've ever smelled it before. I'm not a fan of watermelon scents, but this one is different, and it's actually nice, and I actually really like it. The throw is bold, 5 out of 5. It's a scent monster. I just now realized something. I have smelled this before. I just realized that it's the same scent as ScentSationals Island Melon Coconut. I'm sniffing them side by side, and if they're not the same, I mean, even the same color, if they're not the same, they smell very, very close. I'm almost sure that they are the same scent. And I wonder if I have the notes for Island Coconut Lime. Now I've got to check. Now I have to see. I'm curious. Okay, so the notes for ScentSationals Island Melon Coconut are fresh sweet honeydew melon and sweet vanilla cream. So Yeah, I mean, it could, I don't know, the notes are slightly different, but they smell, I'm pretty sure that they are the same scent. So, mystery solved. Okay, next we have Mariachi, which means Mariachi Band. Notes are sensuous notes of cedarwood and effervescent cola lime, blended with fresh pine and watery marine notes. I've never smelled this before, and it's fantastic. It smells like a combination of lime and a rich men's cologne note. A lot of cologne scents have lime as a note, but you usually can't smell the lime, but this scent is very limey. The cologne part smells a lot like ScentSationals' Flirtatious and Ambiescence Love Story, which is a deep, warm, almost incensey cologne scent with hints of patchouli mahogany, but then you also get the lime note. Fantastic scent. Looking at the notes, I don't smell any effervescence or cola or any like soda type like fizziness. Nothing like that, but I definitely do get that lime. It's really a great scent. Throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next we have Mariposa Monarch butterfly. Notes are sensuous sparkling mandarin, orange blossom, and bergamot infused into a feminine heart of mimosa, jasmine, rose, and ylang. A dry down of tonka, apopanax, vetiver, and vanilla make this scent all the more addictive. This is an interesting scent I've definitely never smelled before, and it's really hard to describe. It's perfumey, like I mentioned before, I don't look at the scent notes until after I've done my review, so it's perfumey like an older department store type of perfume, and it has a bit of a sharp, metallic, slightly bitter note, but not enough to ruin the scent. There's some kind of fruit in the background, maybe peach, and it might have a smidgen of patchouli way in the background, although I don't smell that when it's melted. Possibly a barely detectable smidgen of coconut, maybe. It has some similarities to the Terry Mugler's Angel perfume. It's a really interesting scent. It's super strong on cold sniff. Looking at the notes, apopanax is another name for sweet myrrh, which is an earthy, balsam-like, lavender-like note. There's just so many things going on in this scent. It's really different, and I really like it. And you know what? Maybe I do smell the ylang. I think I do smell a tiny bit of the ylang. And the throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. Interesting scent. I actually really like it. Next we have Pande Muerto, which is bread of the dead. Doesn't sound very appealing. Notes are fresh ground cinnamon, golden clove, and sweet sugared nutmeg swirl with delicate wisps of pure vanilla cream and vanilla sugar. I think this is the same as the Pande Muerto from H-E-B. It smells almost exactly like ScentSationals cake batter ice cream, but I'm not sure if it's the same scent. It's a super sweet vanilla buttercream scent with yellow cake and a bit of white chocolate and possibly a barely detectable smidgen of coconut. It's so yummy. Does not smell anything like the scent notes though. No cinnamon, no clove, no nutmeg, no pumpkin-y notes at all. So I don't even know if those notes are correct. Throw is 4 out of 5, very strong. Next and last is Pastel de Tres Leches, 3 milk cake. Notes are a sweet and delicious blend of crushed cinnamon, vanilla bean, and sugar mingled to create a creamy, mouth-watering blend. I thought this might be the same as the ScentSationals Tres Leches from H-E-B, but I described that as a sweet vanilla buttercream scent with a smidgen of caramel and possibly a slight hint of cinnamon. So this might indeed be the same scent, but this scent smells more like a warm, milky vanilla cookie, not a sweet vanilla buttercream. It's not overly sweet. It may have a barely detectable smidgen of cinnamon way in the background. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. Let me see what the difference is between these two. I forget. So the Tres Leches, the Tres Leches definitely has a milkier They're very, very similar though. These two are very similar. The Tres Leches is definitely milkier, more like a warm vanilla cookie. It's not even all that sweet. And the Pande Muerto is also smells like a cookie. It's just a vanilla cookie. It's just sweeter. So really, those are the major differences between those two. Is this one is more milky and not as sweet, and this one is sweeter. That's really the major difference between them. But they're both very yummy. So there you have it. The brand new ScentSationals Day of the Dead melts that you can find at some of the Walmarts, not all the Walmarts. If you want to read a text version of this review, just go to waxmeltreviews.com and feel free to join our Facebook group where we discuss all different brands and scents of retail and store-bought wax melts, a lot of ScentSationals. You can find the link to our Facebook group underneath this video and on our website at waxmeltreviews.com. And like I said, a lot of people are, not a lot, but quite a few people in the group are finding these at their Walmarts. And I'm trying to get them to say, you know, what city, which Walmarts they found them at, because they're not available everywhere. And I'm going to try to maybe put out a map that shows where these have been found. So I hope you find these at your own Walmart. If you haven't found them yet, just, you know, keep checking because, like I said, I think the Day of the Dead is at the end of October, the beginning of November. I actually don't know. So there's still time. They might still come in over the next few weeks or so. So don't give up. All right. Have a good day.